There are players who enter the league with hype. And then there are players who enter the league and immediately make you question whether the hype was even enough. Cooper Flagg is the second kind.
I think this is the greatest white prospect since Larry Bird.
Flagg on the attack with the slam! Flagg with the 2 fouls for 3 and 1.
Flagg right down the lane for the slam. Dude is a generational talent.
People have compared him, I think, almost favorably to Jason Tatum.
Cooper, in his freshman year, is definitely the best freshman that has ever played.
Haynes is set to land on Cooper Flagg. The roll. Oh! Right.
He's a can't-miss star. And he's going to be immediately a guy that helps, like from day one.
Flagg slams it in. Man, can he get up in a heartbeat?
Being 6'8", 6'9", his ball handling, his passing skills, his shot-making ability from short range, long range, this brother is the total package. And he is going to be the #1 overall pick in this upcoming NBA draft. He's that dude.
At 19 years old, he is the youngest player in the NBA. He was picked first overall by a Dallas Mavericks franchise that had just traded away one of the best players on the planet.
There's no way this happened.
One of the biggest and most stunning trades in the history of the league.
He stepped into one of the most chaotic roster situations a #1 pick has faced in years.
With the first pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg from Duke University.
And somehow, he is the most compelling story in basketball. Not because of the marketing, not because of the shoe deal, because of what he actually does on the floor.
The only prospects that I have expected to walk in and be instant impact superstars are Luka and Zion. I don't feel that way about Cooper.
Cooper Flagg, who has been as advertised, if not even more so. What have you seen from his growth and development from the start of his rookie season?
You know, he is as good as advertised. What I really like about what I've seen from him, kind of put in a tough spot to start the season, put him at point guard, struggled, but kind of came out of it.
So, how good is Cooper Flagg actually? Let's go back to the beginning. Newport, Maine is not exactly a basketball hotbed. It is a small town, population under 2,000, tucked into the middle of a state better known for lobster and cold winters than producing NBA talent. And yet, somewhere in that town, a kid was growing up who would one day become the most anticipated draft prospect in a decade. His mother had a simple philosophy when it came to her son's development. If you are the best player in the gym, you need to find a new gym.
I would say probably the second grade. I knew that he was going to be special if he worked and, wanted it. He was always competitive and always wanted to win everything he did, whether it was races in the yard or, anything. He was very competitive early. So
I've known him since he was born. So even when my son was in 6th grade and he was in 3rd grade, Cooper was playing up. AC and Cooper were both playing up against 5th and 6th graders and dominating them. From a very young age, he was talking about, how he was going to be the best. And when you watch him grow up, the competitive nature, and I don't care if it was, on a family vacation, them, playing games at the beach, Cooper was always the one that was going to win.
That philosophy drove everything. At 15 years old, Cooper Flagg was playing at the 2022 FIBA Under-17 World Cup against competition 2 full years older than him.
Yeah, reset is going to be really important over the Lithuanian bench.
Put back by Flagg!
He did not just hold his own. He finished 3rd in the entire tournament in rebounding, 4th in steals, 2nd in blocks. In the championship game against Spain, he had 10 points, 17 rebounds, 8 steals, and 4 blocks. Team USA won by 12. He was not even supposed to be on that team. His high school coach described watching him at age 13. He said the kid would struggle for the first 12 minutes of a scrimmage, and then for the next 30 minutes he would completely take over. When the game sped up, the game slowed down for him. The coach called USA Basketball the next day.
He's as advertised. What everyone can see publicly is who he is, and I don't even think even publicly, people understand how good of a teammate he was when he was here, how good of a person he was, how good of a student he was, how good of a school community member he was. He's as advertised and then some.
He called Duke the next day. That is the Cooper Flagg pattern. He gets challenged, he adjusts, and then he dominates. After his sophomore season of high school, Flagg did something that underlined just how serious he was about his career. He reclassified from the class of 2025 to the class of 2024, choosing to enter college at 17 with the opportunity to reach the NBA at 18. Before he played a single college game, he showed up to scrimmage against Team USA's Olympic roster: Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards. A 17-year-old was cooking them. Going one-on-one with Anthony Davis in the post, Flagg was the one doing the bullying.
Cooper, Flagg, when he's out there, he's one that shows just a know-how and a confidence and like a basketball IQ on just trying to make the right play at all time. He obviously can show his athleticism and his overall skill set, but he's one that I've seen that's like never really in a hurry out there. And for the high school level, that's hard to find because they're so athletic, so fast. They rely on that, but he almost plays like an NBA style. That's whatever he is, 16. So that, like, just watching it, you can see it too. You can see a little difference in just his pace and his overall know-how.
One observer summed it up simply: LeBron James was not practicing with the Olympic team at 17. Duke was everything Flagg needed it to be and everything it needed to be for him.
How did you decide on Duke? Was there a determining factor there, Cooper?
I wouldn't really say that there was one determining factor. It was just a long process of getting to know the coaches and then visiting the campus a couple of times, watching practice, and it was kind of just a bunch of things that added up and just seemed right.
He prides himself on knowing the game. He prides himself on picking things up right away. Cooper's a guy you just have to tell him once, and then he's got it. And he's been open to learn on a daily basis. I think the area that's further ahead than I maybe thought is his shooting. You know, he's a good shooter.
Whatever the read is, however the defense is playing, whatever coach needs me to do, that's the type of player that I want to be. Just try and do whatever I can to help my team win.
Less than a month after turning 18, he dropped 42 points against Notre Dame.
And Burton listed at 6 foot, might be closer to 5'10", dealing with a lot of size. Flagg for three. A good look in the corner for Flagg, and the function and unselfish. What a pass. This is terrific offense. Flagg over Davis for the bucket. Can't foul there. Flagg driving on Davis and scores over him.
That was the most ever scored by a Duke freshman in the program's history. A program that has produced Zion Williamson, Jason Tatum, and Kyrie Irving. None of them reached that mark as freshmen.
Cooper Flagg is consensus #1 overall pick.
I mean, that is a bad dude. He's a generational talent. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan.
With his unique blend of size, skill, and tenacity, Cooper Flagg is more than just the next top prospect.
Cooper, I ain't really heard him speak a lot, but when I watch him play, yeah, he got superstar around him. I can see kids wanting to be like that and play like that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no bad cold-ass white boy like this in a long time. I'm just saying, that's some real.
He finished the season 5th in the nation in player efficiency rating, 3rd in defensive rating, 2nd in win shares per 40 minutes, 1st in box score plus-minus. He was one of only 5 freshmen in the history of college basketball to win National Player of the Year.
Cooper, in his freshman year, is definitely the best freshman that has ever played.
Flagg with the 2 fouls for 3. Hands it set to win by Cooper Flagg. Rejection by Flagg.
This brother Cooper Flagg is the real deal. Legit 6'8", with a J, with a handle, with passing ability, with poise, plays on both ends, plays defense and offense, can hit, goes to the free throw line. I mean, this brother is something special. I think this is the greatest white prospect since Larry Bird.
Give it back. Flagg to Knipple over the top. Flagg with a stop. Flagg, can he top what he just did a moment ago?
Dude is a generational talent.
When you add his athletic ability and his competitive attitude. You have a very special guy.
People have compared him, I think, almost favorably to Jason Tatum.
Obviously, that's amazing, for people to say that. I wouldn't personally compare myself to Jason Tatum in many ways, but I think, there are some comparisons, but I think I just try and be my own player on the court, try and do what I can, just to be myself and make as many winning plays as possible.
Duke made the Final Four. And in the national semifinals, Flagg scored 27 points before a controversial over-the-back call.
No good! Flagg got his hand on it.
One that even the broadcast analysts called a clean play on the ball, sent his opponent to the line and ended Duke's season.
A furious comeback to knock off Duke.
The loss stung, but it did not change anything that mattered. Cooper Flagg going first overall in the 2025 NBA draft was never a real question.
Breaking news, Cooper Flagg has declared for the 2025 NBA draft. He announced on social media.
The only question was who would be lucky enough to get him.
We haven't seen a lot of 17-year-olds who have been able to come in from day one and really dominate. What are your thoughts on how do we manage expectations?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it just goes back to wanting to win. Expectations and all that is great. Outside this team, they can say whatever. I don't really care. It's gonna come down to what I need to do, what my role shapes into, of just doing whatever I can to help my team win and whatever coach needs me to do.
The roll!
Cooper has been just a special guy to coach so far. And to me, the best quality that he's brought is the level in which he competes on a daily basis. He's the same way every time. He doesn't turn it on and off. It's always on. He's had great confidence, and he has the confidence because he backs it up with his work.
He is going to be the #1 overall pick in this upcoming NBA draft. It is no secret what he was going to do because there's no reason for him not to. He's that dude.
The Dallas Mavericks entering that lottery with a 1.8% chance of winning the top pick is one of the stranger stories in recent NBA history.
In 1981, the Mavs had the #1 pick in the NBA draft. But not until 44 years later did the lottery balls finally bounce the Mavs' way, giving Dallas the top pick once again and a chance to draft a generational prospect. A great deal of responsibility and pressure comes with being the consensus #1, fueled by immense talent, a heralded determination, and relentless drive.
They had traded Luka Dončić to the Lakers in February 2025, a move that set off a firestorm in Dallas.
There's no way this happened.
One of the biggest and most stunning trades in the history of the league.
No one in the NBA saw this coming.
The moment I stepped on court, I told to myself, this is what I do, this is what I enjoy most doing, so I'm just excited to be here to start this new journey, just like a dream come true.
Fans held mock funerals outside the arena. Dirk Nowitzki had to apologize for attending Luka's Lakers debut. The team limped to a 39-43 record. When the lottery came around, nobody expected Dallas to jump. They had never jumped 10 spots in the lottery in franchise history. They jumped 10 spots.
The second pick will be made by the San Antonio Spurs, and that means that the #1 pick in the 2025 NBA draft goes to the Dallas Mavericks.
The Dallas Mavericks shock the league and walk away with the #1 pick in this year's NBA draft. They had a 1.8% chance. The team that traded Luka Dončić this winter now has an opportunity to draft Cooper Flagg.
This is a talented draft. You have some very talented young men, but the kid from Duke is very exciting and has a promising future. And so we've been studying him a lot here.
And Cooper Flagg, watching from his Duke dorm room the night Duke beat North Carolina, said the whole team just started going crazy when the announcement came.
I mean, it's been crazy, like you said. Just trying to enjoy it, though. I mean, I think this whole process, the whole experience, you only get to do it one time, and that's something that I've been kind of leaning to the last 48 hours is that, I mean, this is my dream, to be here, to be in these moments, be in this, have this opportunity. So just trying to enjoy every second of it and just soak it all in.
On draft night at Barclays Center, he walked across the stage, shook Adam Silver's hand, and became a Dallas Maverick.
With the first pick, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg.
A new flag is planted in Dallas.
the third straight generational talent to land in that city through circumstances nobody planned and nobody could have predicted. Dirk arrived through a draft night trade for Robert Traylor. Luka arrived because Atlanta made a deal they will spend the next 20 years regretting. And Flagg arrived because a 1.8% chance came through in the 1 year it mattered most. Now, the first month of Cooper Flagg's NBA career was a real test. With Kyrie Irving sidelined, head coach Jason Kidd asked his 18-year-old number 1 pick to run the offense as a primary shot creator at point guard, a position Flagg had never played full-time at any level in his career. The supporting cast was not helping. Dallas ranked bottom 3 in the league in three-point accuracy. Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, D'Angelo Russell, none of them were shooting well early in the year. There was no spacing. Flagg was operating in traffic on nearly every possession. Through his first 5 games, he averaged 13 points, 6 rebounds, and nearly 3 assists, shooting under 27% from deep. Solid for a rookie. Not what anyone expected from a generational prospect. By mid-November, with Dallas sitting at 3-10, other rookies were getting more attention in the Rookie of the Year conversation. The narrative started turning. People questioned whether the hype had been real, whether he was ready. Flagg was honest about where he stood. He said there was a lot of pressure and responsibility that came with being a point guard at that level, and he was not sure he was ready for it right off the bat. He tried his best. It was not perfect, but he said he learned a lot through it. That kind of self-awareness in an 18-year-old is not common, and it is exactly what came next that separated him from every other young player in the league. In December, it clicked. Against Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, Flagg put up 24 efficient points and Dallas pulled off an upset.
Beats Flagg, flying high, and 1. Clock at 6, he'll launch. He's got another. Flagg's had a half. He keeps rolling.
Watch Cooper Flagg veer out. And
2 weeks later, against Utah, he had his statement game.
Spotting up in the corner. It's a baseline drive and baseline drift, and it leads to a Coop 3.
Finishing at the rim through contact.
25. Coop attacks his own miss, and now he's on the scoreboard.
Hitting the pull-up jumper from mid-range.
Now Cooper gathers himself for a late clock jump shot. Tough shot Collier. He was trying to draw a foul. Cooper in the open court. Nembhard goes back to him.
Always with a counter to whatever the defense tried. He scored 42 points in that game, the most ever by any player under 19 years old in NBA history, surpassing a mark previously held by LeBron James. 6 days before his 19th birthday. 3 days after that career high, he went back at Jokic.
Good Denver's defense was early in the game, but right now the Mavericks are really cashing in on the offensive end of the floor.
33 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Nuggets coach David Adelman said afterward that the tough shots he made were what stood out. He got to his spots. And when a player can make shots over the top in those moments, there is not much you can do.
Was the tough shots he made, some of the threes late in the clock. He got to his spots. I thought Bruce really fought him the second half, and he still made some really tough shots at key moments. So, I did think we defended it better as the game went on, but to his credit, sometimes it doesn't matter when, a really good player can make shots over the top, and that's what he did.
Since shifting back to his natural forward position after those early struggles, Flagg averaged 21 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 4.4 assists while shooting 49% from the field over a stretch of 41 games. That is not a rookie finding his footing. That is a player establishing himself. If you have been watching closely this season and you want to stay updated on the best player-by-player breakdowns in the game, this is the right time to subscribe to this channel. We cover careers, moments, and the real stories behind the stats. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one.
Another move made by Cooper inside, and going up against a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. That's cash for Coop and a foul as well.
His signature moment came on January 29th, a matchup against his fellow Duke alum and Rookie of the Year rival, Stephon Castle, and the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, swirls in a three-pointer.
Early on, it was not Flagg's night at all.
turn that ankle again.
Cannibal! Brandon Miller.
Charlotte raced out to a 33-8 lead by the end of the first quarter. It looked like a blowout. Then Flagg went to work, 23 points on 8 of 9, shooting in the second quarter alone. Back-to-back threes. A violent dunk over the center.
Point play. Here comes Cooper, and down it goes! Cooper Flagg slamming it home. Cooper Flagg. Bam! Wow!
A blowout became a 1-point game at halftime. By the end of the third quarter, he had crossed 40 points.
Flips it up and in. Missing this dunk, and it couldn't have fallen any better for Cooper Flagg, who scores 2 and has a chance for a 3-point play.
In the fourth quarter, with Dallas threatening, Charlotte made a decision that said everything about how much they feared the 19-year-old. They left Klay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, wide open in the corner to double-team Flagg at the top of the key. Think about what that means. He tied it at 121 with a 3 with 34 seconds left.
This dude is, man.
I mean, he just rose up over Diabate and nailed it.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's in a zone, as they say.
You know what else is incredible about this? With where he shot it on the clock, if the Mavericks can defend, they'll have plenty of time to get a good shot off on the other end.
So going into play tonight.
Charlotte answered at the line. His final three-pointer through a double team to force overtime came off long, and Dallas lost. But Flagg finished with 49 points, the most ever by a teenager in NBA history.
The only player I had ever seen who was ready for the NBA right out of high school has been LeBron James, until now. But to see a teenager play this well is incredible, man, plain and simple.
He went 20 for 29. There's players that would come in the league that would take 29 shots, but they would make 13, 14, and they would say, oh, we had a good game. He's a volume shooter only when he's shooting well, and he doesn't take bad shots. That's what I'm impressed about more. His defensive effort is probably elite as well, but his shot selection takes him to another level.
A Western Conference scouting director put it simply. He said Flagg is better than advertised, if that is even possible. The very next game, he became the first teenager in NBA history to record back-to-back 30-point double-doubles. Now for the comparisons, because at this point they have to be made. Since 1980, only 4 rookies have averaged at least 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game through their first season. Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Luka Dončić, and Cooper Flagg is on pace to be the 4th. LeBron James is not on that list. In the post-merger era, only 3 rookies in their first 40 games have recorded 750 points, 150 assists, 50 steals, and 30 blocks. Ron Harper, Michael Jordan, and Cooper Flagg. He is the only rookie this season ranked in the top 3 of his class in all 5 major statistical categories simultaneously: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. His 49-point game was the most by a rookie since Trae Young in 2019. He became the first rookie since Blake Griffin to post a 45-point, 10-rebound performance. He broke LeBron's NBA records for most points and assists in a game by an 18-year-old.
It reminds you of, like, all right, he's on the path to be the guys he playing against. Like, majority of us was a version of him when we were 17, 18 playing against pros. So, I mean, he's a hell of a player. Obviously he's going to Duke, but it's clear as day, like, we're going to be playing against him in a few years, and he's on the right path to be, the guys that he probably look up to.
The three-point shooting is currently the one honest gap, sitting around 27% for the year. But shooting is a skill built through repetition, not something locked in by genetics. LeBron came into the league without a reliable three-point shot, and eventually stretched his range to the point where it changed the defensive calculus entirely. Flagg is in a similar position, one fixable weakness in an otherwise complete offensive and defensive profile. And defensively, he is already miles ahead of where Luka Dončić was at the same stage. His defensive tenacity was never in question coming out of Duke, and it has not been in question in the NBA either. He covers ground quickly, competes on every possession, reads passing lanes, rotates early, and challenges shots without fouling. Teams have to think twice before attacking his side of the floor.
To me, he doesn't do anything great. Like, he just do a lot of shit very good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Offensive rebound, very fucking good. Mm-hmm. He in the passing lanes, very good. He's a weak side defender, very good. On-ball defender, he got a lot better on-ball defenders. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like,
he's got a
weak
low
side
floor.
shot, that's just defense. offensively, he's starting to get to that little that little elbow area. The confidence started getting bigger and bigger as the season went on.
Philadelphia head coach Nick Nurse specifically pointed out Flagg's ability to gather his composure throughout games, despite the mental and physical fatigue that comes with heavy minutes and constant responsibility for a teenager. The effort never changes, the compete level never dips. For a 19-year-old, that is genuinely rare. There are real questions surrounding what comes next for Dallas. The Mavericks subsequently traded Anthony Davis to Washington, clearing cap space and removing any remaining ambiguity about the direction of the franchise.
But J-Kid knew he was doing.
Yeah, for sure.
J-Kid knew exactly what he was doing. He was going to allow Cooper to make his mistakes, put the ball in his hands. And once you get once you get comfortable and confident with the ball being in your hands, as the season progresses, you get more confidence. You learn the game a lot more. You understand the flow and the pace of the game. And then once you do something that allows you to say, I'm here, then it's over.
Flagg is the future. The roster is being built around him from scratch. They are gaining draft flexibility and getting out of the luxury tax. Every decision is being made with a 19-year-old's long-term trajectory in mind. Whether or not the Luka trade goes down as one of the worst in NBA history remains to be seen. There are arguments on both sides, and those arguments will be made for years. But here's the thing about that debate. Every great performance from Cooper Flagg makes it less relevant. His rookie numbers are already comparable to Luka Dončić's first season, with Flagg being the more efficient player and doing it at a full year younger. He is doing it with the 26th ranked offense in the league. He is doing it with a broken roster, and every single possession treated like it matters.
He's poised for sure. He's obviously competitive, and so it's a good mixture of both. And he's very confident in his ability, and he's not afraid to rise to the occasion. For an 18-year-old, that's really, really good. That's unbelievable. And so we obviously trust him in those moments as a coaching staff and as players. We've seen the work he's put in. We've seen the repertoire that he has, and so we fully trust him in those moments, and for a good reason.
To go through this tough time of losing close games is only going to make us better as we go forward, and especially for Cooper because he's getting to see a lot of different close games and how to handle different situations. So this is good.
The comparison to Dirk and Luka is not just a poetic parallel, it is structurally identical. All three arrived in Dallas not through brilliant planning, but through circumstances that defy rational explanation. And in each case, once they arrived, Dallas gave them the environment to become something historic. Dirk delivered a championship in 2011. Luka delivered a finals run in 2024. Cooper Flagg is 18 games into year one. What Cooper Flagg has is rare and specific. He is not the most explosive athlete on the floor every night. He was never going to be LeBron or Zion in terms of raw physical gifts. What he has is something harder to teach and harder to measure. He has the feel for the game, the competitive instinct that makes him better when the moment is bigger, the self-awareness to recognize when something is not working and fix it mid-game, mid-season, mid-career. The composure that makes coaches trust an 18-year-old with their offense in a building he has never played in before.
They bashed him when he had one bad game. One bad game. And he's been on fire ever since.
That's what I'm talking about.
Up ahead to Marshall.
Play, look out below. Cooper Flagg from Dončić.
Watch him scream in Jokic's face after a dunk and back every word up with his next possession. Watch him talk his way through a defensive rotation and wind up with a steal.
He's going to get bigger. He's going to get more physical. The handle is not going to disappear. The passing skills are not going to disappear. One would surmise that the jump shot is going to improve, and certainly his defensive tenacity is not going to go anywhere, nor his will to win. He is the total package. Make no mistake about it. This brother's a superstar in the making, no doubt.
I wouldn't trade him for anyone in the league.
Can you repeat that first statement that you said about Cooper Flagg?
I think he's the best teenager we've seen since LeBron.
Wow.
Cooper Flagg is the white version of LeBron James.
This is not a passive talent waiting to be cultivated. This is a competitor who has been the underdog in every room he has ever entered, starting from Newport, Maine, and who has figured out how to make that work for him every single time. He is going to get bigger. The handle will not disappear. The passing will not disappear. The shot will improve. The defensive intensity is not going anywhere. The only real question left is not whether Flagg will be great. That question has already been answered. The question is whether he will be Dirk great, Luka great, or something else entirely. Something we do not yet have a name for. And if you are a Dallas Mavericks fan right now, watching this play out in real time, you already know how this movie tends to end. You have seen it twice before. And it always ends with the whole world watching that city and that jersey like it was built by something bigger than luck. If you enjoyed this breakdown, stick with Primetime Sports, subscribe, and check out some of our other content right here.